Hey Evan, how you going, man?
Yeah, good, Benny. Good.
Awesome, dude. Yeah, so I wanted to get you in today in this call because you've got some pretty exciting news to share with me with one of your recent tracks.
Yeah, Rhythm with You, first track got signed today by Mixer Records. So yeah, very, very happy with that.
Yeah, congrats, man.
Uh yeah, August now, so started Ableton basically open the program for the first time with you in January. So
Hmm.
yeah, really, really good to learn all the tips and tricks and have a signed track now in August is really good.
No, it's unreal, man.
Really good,
And
yeah.
and I wanted to ask, like, before you signed up to my program, like, what were you doing? Like, what do you do for work?
Yeah, I work as a construction manager.
Awesome.
So yeah, I do a lot of hours, 50, 55 hours a week.
Hmm.
Married, two kids, busy life, busy household. But yeah, I just always loved dance music since I was like 18, turning 40 now in October. So I
Mm-hmm.
just said, I'm going to start producing now or I'm never going to do it. So yeah, just decided in January, start looking for a coach and a mentor and found your contact on Facebook. And yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
And a
and
few
you,
months later, I've got a signed track. So
yeah,
yeah,
unreal,
it's
unreal. I
good.
was gonna say, and you were DJing for a while as well before you decided to give production a go.
Yeah, I was DJing for a while.
Mm.
I've always DJed as a hobby. Never really chased it hugely as like a career or anything, but yeah, always
Hmm.
loved doing the odd few gigs here and there for fun. Um, always played music before, different kind of instruments, and always knew I had some kind of creative spark in there for
Hmm.
producing electronic music. So yeah, the time was right in January. And yeah, I'm glad I came across your number because yeah, it's been really good process.
Yeah, unreal, man. And how was your Ableton like before your Ableton skills before you started doing the program?
Before I started doing the program, zero. Like it was,
Mm,
I remember the first couple of calls that I did, and I saw some of the other students,
mm.
and I was looking at all these lines and all this stuff going on, and I was like, oh my God, these guys must have been doing this for like 5 years.
Yeah, yeah, all the automation
Um,
lines. Yeah.
all the automation lines and all the different effects that were being used and all the processing down the bottom. But yeah, after a couple of months, really, I kind of started figuring out with your guidance like that.
Hmm.
This is what this does, and use this kind of plugin and all the kind of advice and recommendations like was really good. And
Mm,
for me, it was just making sure that I stay doing it in between calls, like that commitment,
mm,
to just keep learning, keep watching YouTube videos in
mm,
between our calls and little Instagram clips and just learning wherever I can. So
mm.
yeah, it's good.
And how was your, I guess, experience with all the other kind of producers that we have, like in the Bingle Academy kind of network?
Yeah, it's a great little network. I was never really in a producing like
Mm,
network before. Like couple of DJs that I know from the DJ circles that might produce, but we never actually interacted as producers, like just producers. So yeah, to have them people in the group to be able to bounce ideas off and share our little wins and successes is kind of everyone lifts each other like, and it's a good little culture in there.
mm. And
So
I
yeah, it is
saw
good.
I saw on your Instagram you played your track, right? You played it live for the first time on one of the boat parties in Sydney.
Yeah, yeah, I played it. It hadn't been released at that time, so I just had it on my USB. It had been mastered, but
Mm,
yeah, I played it on one of the boat parties during Vivid, and yeah, the place was absolutely hopping. Like the best feeling you could get. Like playing to a packed house is good
mm.
anyway,
Yeah.
but when you can play one of your tracks and actually see a
Hmm.
really solid reaction, like and people coming up after saying, "What was
Mm.
that you played?" And people are trying to get a sneaky look at the
Yeah.
decks to see the name of
Mm.
the track and all
Hmm.
that. So yeah, that was a really cool feeling. Yeah,
No, I agree. It's one of the best feelings when you like put a lot of, hard work into something over the months, and then you
yeah,
finally play it live. And as you said, you see the crowd reaction, the faces, and they kind of
yeah,
like, oh, who's this track? Like thinking it's like some kind of big producer, but you go, oh no, no, it's I made it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's an unbelievable feeling. But that's awesome, man. And I guess now that it's been, quite a few months now since you started the program, how are you feeling overall, music production in general? Do you feel, kind of confident now to, create your own kind of, anything that kind of comes in your head, put it straight into Ableton, and you kind of got more of a kind of vision about, the kind of music that you want to be making?
Yeah, it's yeah, I mean, I'm obviously still learning a lot.
Mm,
Second track is
yeah.
nearly finished.
Hmm.
I've already got my idea for my third track. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Awesome.
definitely hooked on the process. Once you can get past that little hump of actually
Mm,
knowing how to put a few things together in Ableton, just the basics.
hmm.
Once you know the basics and you can actually start putting arrangements together yourself. Yeah, it's nice to you can actually build out like a loop pretty quickly, and then
Hmm.
it's just
Yeah. Arranging
yeah,
it.
just arranging it and that guidance about
Hmm.
a lot of the lessons that you've taught me less is more, and you don't have to just be throwing stuff at it all the time. It's about getting what you have in it right and
Hmm.
sounding like good quality samples, and all these kind of things are important. So yeah, it's just really good fun as well, which is just yeah, I would love to just do it all the time, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. Wouldn't we
Yeah,
all love the dream?
yeah,
But
yeah,
I was gonna say that yeah, so I guess yeah, because a lot of producers when they start out, they kind of get stuck with finishing the track. That's kind of one of the biggest problems I face with a lot of new students getting into Ableton. But yeah, the way we kind of showed you in the program, kind of simplify everything. We don't want to overproduce. As I always say, less is more. And
yeah,
yeah, we want to kind of practice our skill of finishing the tracks and making sure that we're happy with the ideas. And then once we kind of show you the simple process, you can just rinse and repeat it with every single track. And then you can, once you've got a bunch of these kind of demos, you can send them out. You got amazing feedback and got that recent one signed. And yeah, you can keep doing that and start building your discography.
yeah. I mean, I sent it out to probably 25 labels, like, so 24
Hmm.
rejections, but
20.
you just got to keep going, and that 25th one, you never know when it's going to come, like, but
Mm,
you just keep sending it out and keep producing and keep learning. And yeah,
uh,
for me, I think consistency is probably the most important thing, just to keep doing it. And the guidance from
100%.
you has been like, yeah, so valuable for them little. You can I could put arrangements together, but getting that kind of professional tips here and there
Mm.
is yeah, makes the track, just puts that professional kind of touch on it. So it's
No,
been really good.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. And final question to end this little interview we have. Yeah, where do you want to go with your music production in the next like 6 to 12 months?
Yeah, I mean, I've got my second track more or less finished. I do want to get a little bit more creative,
Hmm.
like moving away from the bog standard, vocal samples from Splice and that kind of thing. I want to try and get a little bit more out of the box, so it's
Hmm.
not you're not running the risk of 10 other tracks being out there with the same sample that you've been used. So I'd like to get a little bit more creative, and really start to use instruments in my production, so
Mm.
a lot more MIDI keyboards
Yeah.
and actually kind of hands-on producing.
Mm.
Yeah, like pads and keys and stuff like that, instead of drawing in MIDI notes. I'd like to start actually using some instruments and learning melodies and learning the music theory and stuff like that. So yeah,
Mm.
that's really where I want to focus my
Yeah.
energy next.
And as well, you probably might want to, dabble into working with, original vocalists as well with some of your
Yeah,
tracks and
absolutely,
see where it goes with
absolutely.
that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, for sure. Yeah, that would be exciting. Yeah,
Awesome, man. Well, really appreciate your time today. For some fantastic results that you've had, over the last, 6, 7 months since we started the program, from where you
yeah,
were, end of last year to where you are now. It's really amazing to see, and I wish you all the best over the next few months, man.
yeah. Thanks, Benny. Appreciate all your time
No worries.
and
All right.
effort.
See ya.
Thanks.
Bye.